name is Sherman Rose Equizon, taking up Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management at J. Shirley State College, Pagadian Annex. Today I will share to you the 10 things I learned in these 3 countries in Holy Lands. First thing I share to you is Egypt. Egypt is officially the Arab Republic of Egypt. It's a transcontinental country spanning the northeast corner of Africa and the southwest corner of Asia via land bridge formed by the Sinai Peninsula. It is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, the Gaza Strip or Palestine, and Israel to the northeast, the Red Sea to the east. Sudan to the south, Gulf of Aqaba in the northeast separates Egypt from Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Cairo is the capital and largest city of Egypt, while the Alexandria, the second largest city, is an important industrial and tourist hub at the Mediterranean coast. At approximately 100 million inhabitants, Egypt is the 40th most populated country in the world. Egypt has one of the longest histories of any country, tracing its heritage along the Nile Delta back to the 6th to 4th millennia BCE, considered as a cradle of civilization. Ancient Egypt saw some of the earliest development of writing, agriculture, urbanization, organized religion, and central government. Monuments such as the Giza Necropolis and its Great Sphinx, as well as the ruins of Memphis, Thebes, Karnak, and the Valley of the Kings reflect this legacy and remain significant focus of scientific and popular interest. Egypt was an early and important center of Christianity but was largely Islamized and remains a predominantly Sunni Muslim country, albeit with significant Christian minority along with other lesser practiced faiths. So let's proceed to the second things I learned in this module. Is the top attraction in Egypt. Many destinations in Egypt, but I give you top 3 tourist attractions in Egypt. First, Mount Sinai. It is possibly the same location as the biblical Mount Sinai, the place where, according to the Bible, Quran, and Torah, Moses received the 10 Commandments. It is surrounded on all sides by higher peaks in the mountain range. Second, Church of Sergius and Bacchus. It is a former Greek Eastern Orthodox church dedicated to Saints Sergius and Bacchus in Constantinople, built between 532 and 536 and converted into the mosque during the Ottoman Empire as Church of the Virgin Mary at Zeton. The church was consecrated during the Mass on Monday, 29 June 1925. According to the tradition, the site is one of the locations where the Holy Family stayed during their flight into Egypt. So let's proceed to the country of Jordan. Jordan, officially the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, is a Muslim country in Western Asia. It is situated at the crossroads of Asia, Africa, and Europe, within the Levant region on the east bank of the Jordan River. Jordan is bordered by Saudi Arabia to the south and east, Iraq to the northeast, Syria to the north, and Palestinian west bank, Israel and the Dead Sea to the west. Amman is Jordan's capital and largest city, as well as its economic, political, and cultural center. Modern-day Jordan has been inhabited by humans since the Paleolithic period. The Roman Empire, the Rashidun, Umayyad, and Abbasid Caliphates, and the Ottoman Empire in 1946. Jordan became an independent state officially known as the Hashemite Kingdom of Transjordan, but it was named in 1949 to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan after the country captured the West Bank during the 1948 Arab-Israeli War and annexed it until it was lost to Israel in 1967. Next, the airline of Jordan. Royal Jordanian Airlines, formerly known as Aliyah Royal Jordanian Airlines, is a flag carrier airlines of Jordan, with its head office in the capital, Amman. The airline operates scheduled international services over 4 continents from its main base at Queen Alia International Airport, with over 500 flights per week and at least 110 daily departures. It joins the One World Airlines Alliance in 2007. So let's proceed to the festival in Jordan. First is Muharram. This festival marks the start of the Islamic New Year. It is known as Muharram because that is the name of the first month in the Islamic calendar. It falls during a different time each year on the Gregorian calendar. Muharram is celebrated in many towns and cities across Jordan with foods, dances, and traditions. Next, Aqaba Traditional Arts Festival. The Azraq Festival occurs in February in the city of Azraq. This is a small city located outside of Amman in the Mid-East of Jordan. Its chief purpose is to exhibit and promote the culture, arts, and crafts of this beautiful town. It is a lively and joyous affair with dances and music in the streets, local food on sale, and wonderful coming together of the community. It is one of the Jordan's smaller festivals, but one of that is certainly worth witnessing. Next, the local cuisine of Jordan. First, the mansaf, a traditional Arab dish made of lamb cooked in a sauce of fermented dried yogurt and served with rice or bulgur. It is a popular dish eaten throughout the Levant. It is considered the national dish of Jordan and can also be found in Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Syria. The name of the dish comes from the term large tray or large dish. Second, Molokhia is a generally eaten cooked, not raw, and it most frequently turned into a kind of soup or stew, typically bearing the same name as the vegetable in the local language. Traditionally, Molokhia is cooked with chicken or at least chicken stock for flavor, and it's served with white rice accompanied with lemon or lime. Third, Warak Inab. Lebanese stuffed grape leaves are my all-time favorite dish that I grew up helping my mom and my mom make in Arabic. We call it Warak Inab, which means leaves of grapes, and traditionally it's topped with rice, meat, rice, and veggies. While this is the rice and beef version, I also have the vegetarian stuffed grape leaves recipe in your prefer. And lastly, let's proceed to the country of Israel. Israel is officially the state of Israel. It's a country in Western Asia. It is situated on the southeastern shore of the Mediterranean Sea and northern shore of the Red Sea, and shares border with the Lebanon to the north, Syria to the northeast, Jordan to the east, and Egypt to the southwest. It is also bordered by the Palestinian territories of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip to the east and west, respectively. Tel Aviv is the economic and technological center of the country, while its seat of government is in its proclaimed capital of Jerusalem. Although Israel's sovereignty over East Jerusalem is unrecognized internationally, inhabited since the Middle Bronze Age by Canaanite tribes, the land held by the present-day Israel was once the setting for much of biblical history, beginning with the 9th century Iron Age kingdoms of Israel and Judah, which fell respectively to the Neo-Assyrian Empire 720 BCE and Neo-Babylonian Empire 586 BCE. So, capital city of Israel is Jerusalem. So, let's proceed and I share with you the top hotels in Jerusalem. Inbal Jerusalem Hotel. The Inbal Jerusalem Hotel is a luxury 5-star hotel in the Talbiya, originally known as the La Room. The hotel was designed by architect Yakub Richter. It is open in 1982, land adjacent to Liberty Bell Park, owned by one of the churches in Jerusalem and leased by the Jerusalem municipality. The original plan was to build a 20-story hotel, but neighborhood protests lead to a low-rise design. Eldon Hotel. On a corner of prestigious King David Street west of the Old City near the U.S. Embassy, this modest-looking 5-story King David Hotel. King David Hotel is a 5-star hotel in Jerusalem and a member of the leading hotels of the world. It is named after David, biblical king. The hotel owned and operated by the Dan Hotels King. Dan Hotels Group has traditionally been the chosen venue for hosting heads of states, dignitaries, and other personalities during their visits to Jerusalem. It is also famous for having been targeted by a terrorist bombing in 1946, undertaken by the Zionist paramilitary group Ergon, in which 91 people died. Next, the top attraction in Israel. First, the Bethlehem. It's the birthplace of Jesus Christ. The city of Bethlehem, located about 6 miles in the south city of Jerusalem. Bethlehem means house of bread. It was here where young David hometown that the prophet Samuel anointed the king of Israel. Bethlehem experienced chaotic growth and constant flow of tourism. Next, Manger Square, located in the center of Bethlehem and known as a important square. The Manger name takes where Jesus was laid after his birth according to our beliefs. The Church of Nativity, the Mosque of Omar, the Peace Center, and multiple souvenir shops are located around the square. The Manger Square now was renovated, but it was the exact place where Jesus Christ was born. It was developed for tourist spot and where event was organized. 3. Church Nativity. It is the third most visited of their tourist attraction in Israel. The Church of Nativity is the Church of Humbleness. The entrance door of the Church Nativity is lowered around the year of 1500 to stop looters from driving their carts in. The last thing I share with you is the local cuisine of Israel. First, the falafel. It's the national dish in Israel, eaten by all Israelites. You can find it all throughout in the country. It's a typical Mediterranean dish. It's a small bowls of small cheap pigs mixed with garlic and parsley and other herbs with spices and then fried. Then second, kachapuri was originated from Georgia. It's a kind of bread baked with 3 types of cheese, and towards the end of the baking process, the eggs is placed on the top of bread. Third, maloba. It is known as the Palestinian dish. In Palestine, they considered maloba as national dish. So it's a mouth-watering casserole of lamb, eggplant, and rice. Maloba will mostly find in Jerusalem. It consists of meat, rice, and fried vegetables, placing in pan, flip upside down, and serve, hence the name maloba. That's all for today's video. Thank you.